Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brooke and thank you for joining today. If you're new here, this is a channel where I talk about houseplants and do DIYs. So if you haven't, take a minute, subscribe to my channel. That way you can be up to date on all of my latest videos. Today is the day that I announced my giveaway, which is Saturday. Saturday, this video will be coming out Sunday. I'm filming a video right before the day that I'm sharing it, which is unusual because usually I plan ahead. But today I announced my giveaway over on my Instagram. So thank you those who came from YouTube and participated. The winner, the main winner, she was from YouTube, a subscriber. So I am so thankful for those who took the time and followed and entered, because I'm really excited to start trying to ship out plants. So once I get those two, there were two winners, once I get them off and feedback on how well I did and how well the plants arrived, I am going to be listing some plants for sale on my Etsy shop. So be on the lookout for that. You definitely want to be subscribed because I have some good plants, I think, personally. As always, this is Bo, the cat. So today is going to be a pretty quick video, honestly. I've been thinking about doing this and I just spontaneously decided that I'm going to do it. So last year, I think in December, I believe it was December. I don't know. I ordered a Monstera Aurea from, I'll put them below because I can't honestly remember at this moment, a place in Tennessee. And so I purchased it. It was one of the plants that was didn't look great or whatever. They just described it as a non-beautiful plant. I can't think of it, but it was a discounted rate. So I purchased this guy for $125. It was like $149 after shipping and everything. So I have had it up like on the top of my shelf underneath my Sansi 35 watt light for some time now, ever since I got it. I did put it on a moss pole. I think that I showed that on a YouTube video, not really sure. And since then, these new leaves have popped out, these two leaves. So this one had a really tiny little fenestration, and then this one didn't have any. The variegation on it is very light. Like, I don't know if you can pick up in this video, maybe I'll show close up. The variegation on it, it's very light. It's not like this mother leaf down here that has this really nice variegation. And so again, that was the part of it, is like the reason it was so cost effective, we're gonna say, for a plant is because it's imperfect. That's what they called it, imperfect. So didn't have the best variegation, and it had some spots that could be better, or could look better. But the one great thing is this plant was really well rooted and it had major aerial roots. So you can see here, this really long aerial root here. And since it's new, like growth here, yeah, both of them have sprouted aerial roots. So I don't know if you can see, probably not that one. And then there's actually one that's growing into the moss pole. So before it grows in more and then I can't get it out well, I am going to chop it. Again, I've been thinking about doing this and I decided today that I'm going to do it. I'm going to chop it. That was the whole purpose of buying this plant in general, is because they are a very uncommon plant. And so I wanted to start propagating it and I wanted to create more. So I am going to chop it back and see if we can't get some more of this variegation going, because the stem down below actually has like a good pattern, especially like right here where this leaf is hitting, has a really good like green and yellow stripe through it, which is what you want to look for when you are picking a variegated plant that is well variegated on the inner nodes. That's how you know that the variegation is going to last throughout the entire plant, or if it's going to fade kind of quickly. And so we are going to just chop it up and I am going to propagate it. I found this at Target today. So it says The Hidden Garden, and it's like a book. You can find these on Amazon too. I'll link them below. But I've always wanted one. I just never wanted to pay the Amazon price, because I honestly think that they were like $30 a couple years ago. But this was $3 at Target. I thought it was really cute. And so we're going to plant them up in this vessel. But I'm going to chop it, I think, pretty far back. Each of them have a pretty established aerial root. And so I think I'm honestly going to chop it back to this leaf. I think I'm going to leave these two leaves right here on it and then chop it starting here. That way I can get 1, 2, 3, 4 chops from this one plant. So that's what we're doing today. I'm just going to start down here, and I'm just going to chop right here like that. And so I need to chop this because, oh, this guy is extremely rooted in here. Hold on. Oh my. Okay, well, hold on. All right, so before I do that, I'm going to chop it here. Chop it here. So there's this one cutting. We're just going to cut here. This is the guy that's stuck in the pot. And then we're going to chop these two guys up. Just going to cut there like that. So let's try to get this guy out of the pot. Oh, and I honestly, I might take this moss pole off. Maybe not. I mean, the aerial roots are well dug in there. Oh yeah, he's got some secondary roots going. Oh, this might, if you can see this goes all the way around the pot. Okay, well, in this case, I am probably going to chop it as far back as I can because it's got a serious, well, maybe not, hold on. It has a seriously thick root system. Was not expecting that. Yeah, I'm going to have to chop it. So there's an aerial root. I mean, let's just chop it. Like, it was already growing in that far. So, chopped it. It'll be okay. It'll grow secondary roots off of that. It's already got one right there. So I'm just going to, I did not expect that to be that long. So I'm just going to stick them in this vessel here. I might put a bubbler in it. If you've been keeping up with my bubbler, my aeration creator, I don't even know what you want to call that. So anyways, there's that. It actually has done well. Hold on, I'm just taking this out because it's kind of pointless to my aerator. So I bought a fish bubbler, is what it's called. What's the description? It's the description on the Amazon listing, okay? And I placed it in my jars of water. And I did a video update last week on this, I think it was, that like nothing happened. It wasn't, doing what I thought it was going to do because, again, I went off of some YouTube videos that said it would form roots in like 3 days. Okay, that wasn't the case. They did not form in 3 days. They did not form in a week, but a week and a half, and there is a difference. There is a difference. So in the bubbler, roots have started to form. Roots started to form really quickly on my, what is it, Maranta Silver Band, or is it my variegated? Okay, so my Maranta variegated immediately started to root in both waters. And so I was like, oh, I don't think that the aerator does anything. But my Philodendron Rio, which I have a really difficult time on propagating those guys, I have not successfully propagated them, I think once, maybe, if that. But a lot of times they just take forever to root, and so I don't propagate them. But this has rooted in the bubbler, and it has not rooted in just the plain water. And so I separated and I made equal cuttings of each plant in both the bubbler and the just plain water. And the plain water one has not rooted. So the Rio has not rooted in the plain water, but it has officially rooted and rooted really well in the bubbler. Same for my, I'm trying to look at them right now. The only one that didn't, that I was like, it did, but it didn't, was this painted lady. So I've had a really difficult time with painted ladies too. So the reason I wanted to do the bubbler is to try and find a solution to the plants that I am struggling to propagate, because I have tried painted ladies in perlite, sphagnum moss, in water, and it just, this is what happens. And so I'm not really sure if that's, a success or not, because it has rooted out. So I'm not sure if a leaf, a new foliage will pop out eventually or what, but it has yellowed in both the plain water and the bubbler water. But another plant that I've propagated is this, oh, I don't know what that was. Hold on. Is this, I think it's a Jacinia. I can't remember. It's a pothos of some sort. But this one is not rooted, but there's another one in my jar that has finally taken off and started to root. and it has not, let me make sure, rooted on the plain water. And so I don't know, the Rio was exciting to see that it finally rooted. Anyways, the Rio was excited, or I was excited to see that the Rio finally rooted. Now it does have yellow leaves, so these are both painted ladies. They yellowed, their leaves are gone. The chunk of it is at the bottom. I need to remove that. And so I don't know what to do for these. Like, painted ladies are really difficult for me to propagate. The Rio did lose one leaf, but it's still, like, this is actually a really good root system to me, because all of them, like at every point, I feel like has rooted. This point here and this point here. This was all in water, this section. And so it's rooted, and I don't know, yeah, you can see that right there. But it has finally rooted, which is so surprising to me, again, because I just stopped propagating it because it just kept, the cuttings kept dying. And so I figured it's no point of cutting them off. I'm just going to call it good and stop. But I really wanted to try that. So all to say is, I don't know, maybe it works for plants like that. Again, it definitely didn't work for the painted lady. Gonna have to figure something else out there. Say that, I don't know if it's, you know, a good thing. I mean, it still probably is a little inconclusive for me. Whether or not the bubbler actually works and does, you know, help produce roots faster. I know, again, on the Rio, yes, but on the other plants, no. So I'm not really sure if I would continue doing that or using it for propagations, but it might be something to try out with this Monstera Aurea, because it's not like I think it does any damage or harm in trying. However, who knows? We'll see. But this is that. So these are the 4 cuttings that I'll keep in the hidden garden here. I will still put these probably under one of my Verena grow lights here. I liked this too is because I have a book set up here, like where I have books displayed with my plants. And so I can just slide this guy under and it can be like a book display. So I thought it was really cute. If you are in Target or whatever, you know, try to find one. That was it. That was my really short video. I'm going to keep this guy the same, in the same spot. My goodness, the same spot it was under my Sansi 35 watt grow light, and see where, you know, the new growth point comes on this guy. But these are really well established down here, so I'm hoping that it grows, you know, quickly and well. I'll keep you posted on this guy here. Otherwise, that was it. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.